Walker's Design Center.
What was the design inspiration behind the project?
Bareena Post Office was originally here, and it was a huge part and starting point for the design because we wanted to keep the historical value of the site, and that's definitely a part of the client's inspiration with a lot of his projects. From that, we then took on his love of red bricks. The client's love of red bricks, most of his buildings have that in common, apart from this one. And so that was the inspiration for the internal main colour palette, which is tobacco red, Dulux colour. But then from that we went through Walker's and had the paint colour and said, okay, we need some tiles that will work with this. And I think the team has come up with a great design for the restaurant that is Retreat Road.
Yeah, it's very cohesive in here. You can feel the love that's been put into the building.
Yes, well, we wanted to make an environment that was welcoming and warm, and people want to come back and enjoy and sit and eat and have a glass of wine and catch up with some friends. It was about community and for people, the locals, just to walk in and relax and enjoy a Sunday or Friday night glass of wine with some cheese or a meal, and that was the inspiration in the back of our minds at all times.
How did you approach balancing the form and function in this project?
Like I was saying before, the post office, it has a historical value to the community, so we wanted to retain a lot of the weatherboard house that was already here, and then we did more of a modern extension to be able to provide a space that was functional for a restaurant. So the extension consists of the kitchen and the main dining area, and then at the front is more a relaxed sort of environment. Knew this was an important landmark for Newtown Geelong, and we didn't want to get rid of that landmark. We wanted to value it and make it shine again, and that was one of the things that drove us to make sure that we retain the history, because I even remember coming here as a child and coming in for mixed bags of lollies. So we've now the demographic a little bit older, but it's probably that demographic that remembers that sort of history and life back 20 years ago.
There's a lot of happy memories for people, and you're continuing that on.
Yes, and hopefully it will be here another 20 years and people will be coming in here to relax and catch up with friends and family.
Is there a particular element or space in this project that you're most proud of?
I think the colour palette is definitely something that we love. It's got this warmth, inviting environment, even though it's quite dark tone for the feature colour, but then we lighted it up with the more creamy base for the rest of the walls and furniture items. The tobacco red, like I had mentioned earlier, is was a starting point, and we made the bar and the bathrooms feature that colour. I think bathrooms are sometimes forgotten about, and so I made a force with my team. I said, we can't forget about this room. We want to make it a room that is welcoming, and it's not the normal white stark space, but something that is inviting and has that design element to it.
Were there any particular challenges or site constraints with this project?
One thing that's probably made the building as well is the historical value. Was hard. Just modernising it as well. Making sure it's functional for the space that we required it to be, because there was a lot of tight corners and spaces. So trying to open it up to make it into a dining space that was welcoming, that had that cosy feeling, but also enough that they could allow the restaurant to function for 50 people.
Yeah.
And then also having that aspect to the outside as well, getting the sun and the natural light through into the space.
Yeah. And you've done that so well. I'm not quite sure what the orientation is, but I can see, throughout the day you'd get some beautiful light in this room.
Yes, so
Yeah.
we'll get afternoon sun coming in.
Yeah.
So we've got the blinds or shears to sort of block out some of the brightness of the sun, but it just then allows the space to feel a little bit flowy and airy.
Yeah.
And we created the back extension with quite a high ceiling to give you that openness and feel, and not so claustrophobic, because even the original part of the building had very high ceilings, so we wanted to continue that throughout and not go the traditional 2700 high ceilings that can sometimes feel caving into you. And it's not an overly big site, so we wanted to make sure people felt like it had that airy and openness to it, even though having that comfortable and warmth as well.
Yeah. I think one of my favourite features is the open kitchen.
Yep.
And how it almost feels like you're in someone's house because of that element.
Yep.
And then you walk through and you've got the high ceilings, but then you've got the spaces contained, so that you almost feel like you're having dinner in someone's house.
Yeah.
So,
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. We like having the chefs on display.
Yeah.
It's one of the client's features. Yeah, you having that interaction with them. You can see where they're cooking. You can getting it all prepared. You're a part of the action in a way.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it's not an overly big kitchen for them, but they make it work, and I think they provide
very
some
organised.
Yes, and they provide some beautiful meals too, so at that, which also helps with the space.
Yeah.
Are there any particular Walkers products that played a key role in the aesthetic of the building?
One of the main features is the red tiles that we've used on the bar, but also in the bathrooms and the kitchens. The kitchens are black, so it's a bit more muted, not as something that stands out, but the red that's throughout the bar, and then we've also placed it in front of the existing fireplace as well.
Yeah.
Yes, so definitely. It's a huge part of the design that's allowed this to really achieve what we wanted to achieve.
And how did the Walkers team support you through your selection process?
They were very helpful. One of my team interior designers went to Walkers and had the idea of the colour scheme and stuff, so they presented some options. We always said that we wanted something that had some kind of textural element to it, not flat. And I think we've been able to achieve that with the selected tiles that we've used and specified throughout the space. Yeah, they were very helpful, and we're happy for us to have the samples for a while, and gave us costings, and then we're always willing to help out wherever we needed to. And sometimes it's all about lead time as well. So, and making sure that there was stock available. Not this project, but another project. They've definitely helped out a lot when there was no stock available, and they've given us other options. Time pressure. That's construction industry for
exactly.
you. Yes. So no, they're friendly, helpful. I couldn't complain. So.
How would you describe the overall design style or feeling that you aim to create in this project?
Well, I believe intimate and inviting, but also just layers and layers of details and fabrics and colours to achieve that warmth and inviting feeling, and a sense of welcoming. The client, he likes to retain history throughout his properties that he's purchased, and whether he can use them in those sites or he uses them in other sites. For example, at Retreat, the timber floorings are from Pegasus which is another property that he's purchased, which he's removed from there and cleaned them up, remove all the nails and sand them slightly black.
Beautiful.
To retain some of the warmth and history behind it. It's not something you can create.
No, there's a lot of people that have trodden on these these floors
over the course of the time.
Yeah.
And so he's reused them and give them fresh life.
Yeah.
What types of projects are you most excited to explore in the future?
It's a tough
I'm
question.
sure you have many on the go at the moment.
That's what I was going to say. Tough question. Anything and everything. I enjoy the commercial side of things, but I also enjoy having some residential jobs and projects. And I think it's just great experience for my team to be able to see the aspects of all types of projects.
Yeah.
On the books at the moment, we've got a lot of rejuvenation of existing buildings and making them functional again. But a couple of years ago, we were just so focused on a lot of internal fit outs for offices, retail spaces, hospitality. So anything.
The world is your oyster.
Exactly. And I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing where we grow and where we are in a couple of years' time. And, because I think there'll be some great projects that will come out of it, and I value the opportunities that we've been given. Yeah. Because it's very hard to get these opportunities sometimes, and I'm very excited to see what Hamilton Clark can do in the future.
Yeah, and I feel like you're changing. You're making big changes in Geelong.
Yes, yes,
and it's great to see.
Hopefully, I'm really excited because some of these buildings have been vacant for so long, and I think it will be great for Geelong community, not just the local community, but the greater Geelong community.
Yeah.
If you could describe Wilgus in 3 words, what would they be?
Well, does it have to be 3 words?
No, you can have more.
Friendly, helpful, knowledgeable, and I will just put in also just that local aspect.
Yeah.
They're a family, and it's nice having them so close by and know who you're dealing with every time. Every time I walk in that showroom, it's like, oh, hi Jess. It's like and I'm like, I haven't been here for 12 months and you still remember me.
Yeah.
So it's always welcoming, and they're very helpful, and their knowledge is great to have. Yeah. To have that expertise that you can call up and just all rock in and ask them to help you with any selections that you might have.
Yeah, there's a lot of knowledge in the showrooms.
Yes.
And years experience.
Yeah.
Textures, tones and visions appear, guided by hands that truly